You are now listening to Shattered Cast Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega A1. Welcome to Shattered Cast.
Hello everyone and welcome to the inaugural episode of the best podcast ever when it comes to Transformers discussions. That of course is the Shattered Cast Uncut. Of course, speaking is yours truly, and you know me. My name is Oscar Alonso. You know me on YouTube as Oscar NJ Boy, host of Big Dumb Toy Review, animator of Transformers Peacetime, as well as Mortal Kombat Cul-de-sac. I've been collecting on and off since I was 9 years old, baby. I have no intentions of stopping at all whatsoever. Kind of big into classics, but starting to fall in love with third party like she's that forbidden black girl down the street that I just gotta bang. That's right. So, joining me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for our inaugural episode is none other than Mr. Bobby Skullface.
What's up, everybody? It's Bobby, also known as Skullface, also known as the bad guy. You might know me from Good Morning Cybertron. You won't hear me much there anymore. There's no hard feelings, but I know how fans talk and do all that shit. So I didn't want you to get in your little fucking groups and your little fucking chats and make a big deal about nothing. I don't know if, for those that listen to Good Morning Cybertron, it's been very busy over there. Scott's actually complained on the air about the amount of people on there. So, one of the things I wanted to help do was, help alleviate that strain. So, I'm here now, with, Shattered Cast Uncut and, with a lot of my good friends here. And I've been collecting since I was 4 years old. And I'm pretty much a G1 guy, and, I kind of got back into it when third party, kind of took off. I'm a masterpiece and third party guy for the most part. And, I run a site defending our myths and heroes where we give to a certain charity of our modern day heroes and, through different works of shit that I do. You get a chance, facebook.com/myths and heroes, and, you can find me there.
Right on. And up next to bat is, of course, the one, the only, everyone's favorite little internet troll, Mr. Greg of Mercy. Greg. And he hung up. Okay, moving on next after that.
He said this show sucks.
Okay, well, we'll get back to him in a second. Moving on after that is, of course, one of the only few reviewers that I actually watch on YouTube, the one, the only T2RX6. Go on ahead, Justin.
What's going on, guys? Yep, my name's Justin. I have been a fan since G1, obviously, child of the 80s, so probably my first memory of toys was Optimus Prime. I couldn't tell you when I started quote-unquote collecting, but I got back in college when I saw alternators and was just blown away by realistic-looking Transformers again. And then once I had a job, I went after that Defensor I always wanted and then opened the floodgates. And now I'm, I would be more wealthy if I wasn't back in the hobby. But, yeah. So, YouTube reviews supplement that addiction. So.
Right on. And of course, now that he's back online, our very own one and only Mr. Greg of Mercy.
Greg of Mercy? It's Greg for Mercy, you stupid fucking Cuban. Look,
no one cares.
You might know me from the fucking trading groups. I'm the one that made your fucking little brother cry because I trolled his fucking ass because he said something fucking stupid and pissed somebody fucking off. I've done a couple YouTube videos. No one watched them, so I stopped. I don't give a fuck, whatever. It wasn't my thing. My thing is fucking getting fucking good toys out there, hooking people up, getting good deals. I'm not a fucking car salesman, but I'll help you find a fucking Masterpiece Grimlock for less than fucking $350. I've done GMC. I'm very proud to have been a part of that cast. I'm very honored to have spent the time with those guys. Like Bobby said, it was time, to cut the cast short. I wanted to do a show. It's like we're holding hands in a fucking field. We're not staring across a battle line. We're trying to broaden the community. We're trying to make it better. There's going to be a lot of things that we talk about on this show that are not things that other people are going to talk about. We're not just going to repost fucking news from TFW, Sabertron, all that bullshit. We're going to fucking talk about shit that's happening in the community. Not just fucking toys, but shit that's happening in the groups. I'm very active on Facebook. I admin probably 5 groups now. Most of them over 1,500 members. Cybertron Cafe, Transformers Collecting, Buying, Selling, something. I just got admin to that group. And there's a couple other ones. Actually, I run a troll group too, so if anybody's got any fucking shit that's got their pussy all fucking wet and bloody, fucking let me know and I'll fucking help you air that shit out.
That's what I'm talking about. Wet and bloody like a first time fucking. And speaking of first timers, here's our very guy who I met the other day for the first time. A nice gentleman from. Yeah, well, obviously. Gentleman I met the other day for the first time, Mr. Matthew Baldwin.
Hey, how y'all doing? I have no pages. I'm not an admin of anything. I just like talking about Transformers. I got a pretty good collection. I started with G1 just like everybody else. Started back when RIG came back and found eBay, which is the devil. And I just started buying a bunch of G1 stuff. So, thank you for having me. I really appreciate this. Like I said, I was on GMC a couple episodes, but I was just like a guest. So I really feel welcomed here and hope this will be a great thing to go. Alright.
And just to add for my introduction, I was on GMC for a few times also. Always had fun every time I was on. But saving the best for last, this gentleman right here coming up to bat. This amazing, smooth, bass-having gentleman that every time he opens his mouth, you hear the floodgates of numerous women's vagina just release their sexual pleasure by hearing the tone of his voice. He is everyone's favorite news hound. He is the first to post the latest news about everything, literally. Mr. Antoine Lewis.
This is Mega. Yeah. What's going on?
Oh my god. I think I'm hard.
That is powerful, man.
I just got an erection. Well done, sir. Well done.
I just want to let everyone know, Antoine's not on a podcast with me. I'm on a podcast with Antoine.
That's right. When Antoine goes swimming, water moves out of his way. So Antoine, go ahead, give us a little info about yourself, brother.
Alright, well, my name is Antoine. I have 2 pages on Facebook. It's Transformers Fanatics and Transformers Chat. I'm in both of those. I started out collecting G1. My first G1 character was actually Devastator.
Lucky.
And now I just collect everything. Third party, everything.
Right on.
Antoine, is a very odd dialect that you have for an Irish fella.
I'm not Irish.
Oh.
What?
That red hair. What photo are we looking at? This is weird and very immensely misleading.
So,
If you've ever seen the movie Dolomite, you have a pretty good idea what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
you can tell by the voice. He's the only guy that can make Transformers sound cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear the intro, and you're gonna think that's a computer program.
It's not.
That's wrong.
That's just
Raw
crazy.
power.
I kept asking him what app he was using.
No, that's my voice.
He said that's
Well, I just use my phone, man, you know.
That's my dark voice.
Well, a little fun fact about Antoine Lewis, all you guys don't know, is that he actually used to do voiceover work for, ads regarding vibrators. Ergo, more power.
More power.
See? For her pleasure. So let's go ahead and get the show knocked up the right way. 2014, Toy Fair in New York City from February 16th to the 19th at the Jacob Javits Center. Not open to the public as always, but open to trades and business, preppy people only. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I'll tell you what's funny about this is that there's an individual, and I don't want to start alienating listeners right from the giddy up, but there's an individual that we all kind of know and have had, different interactions with behind the scenes. Most of them have been negative. But he's actually the person that educated me to the fact that it wasn't open to the general public. So like, I actually learned that from this person. He's a certain hunter.
Oh Lord.
So I actually know that to him. I'm thankful to him for it.
I actually learned about that back when, I'm trying to remember, someone from back in my days at BKBN, and I could care less what they think about me now. They went to it and they were pissed because their main guy apparently fucked up and forgot to schedule. You have to like schedule appointments when you're there.
Really?
And totally dropped the ball, didn't schedule the appointment, wasn't allowed to see all the good shit in there.
Wow.
Yes.
I found out about it because I actually flew myself up there because I was going to have some fighting words with the guy that designed the Beast Hunters figures. And I was beating on the door, I was fucking kicking, I was throwing bricks, I was drunk, it was 4 in.the morning and fucking no one let me in. And yeah, so anyway. But that's my story.
So this is basically like around this time last year, we got the preview pictures for Springer and Generations Blitzwing, you know, as well as the now infamous Fall of Cybertron Metroplex.
Right.
I'm curious as to what it is they're gonna have there,
Exactly.
and
Like that's the fucking, that's like the tease of it. Like, it's fucking coming. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and then that holds you over until, Botcon and San Diego Comic-Con, and then that holds you over for the rest of the year. So there's two big announcement periods.
Does it really hold you over till Botcon? I mean, they don't really say much new at Botcon anymore.
Yeah, well, you're right.
It holds you over to when
Comic-Con.
you can find the toys on the shelf.
Well, San Diego, because that's where they announced it.
True.
They could have announced it at the fan base thing, but nah.
That'll be around the time of the teaser trailer also for the new movie, so I'm sure they'll probably show that and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
so that's around the Super Bowl.
I hope to see I hope to see some good pictures, some upcoming toys. I'm actually there's been some division in this particular group over some of the new generations figures, namely Rhinox, Waspinator, and the like.
Love them.
Waspinator's a good figure. I have no problems with Rhinox. Justin does not see my point of view with Rhinox, but anyway, whatever. That's not the issue.
But can we just call him Ace Ventura's Rhino? I mean that's really what it is.
I'm with Justin.
I need Dr. Wu to make a little Ace Ventura I can plug into his ass. That's what I want.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming.
Hey, just to keep you in check, though, you're not the first person to make that joke, so. I get it.
Sure is hot in these rhinos.
But, not to start another discussion point yet, I'm excited to see this Rat Trap and, some of these new supposed, Beast Machines or Beast Wars. Oh, goddamn. No, I didn't mean to say Beast Machines. I am so sorry. Beast Wars figures that, we don't talk about that on this kind of show, Matt. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't know.
See, that's one thing that I should tell people about Matt is Matt celebrates Hasbro's deluxe line.
Hell yeah. I pray every morning when I get up. Come on, Hasbro.
It's like, come on, Hasbro, make me that deluxe class Night Scream from Beast Machines.
Damn right.
You could do it.
It's not from start to finish.
I want Armadillo too, man.
God damn it.
And it begins.
Stop talking over me.
No. I was just gonna say that was really good timing there, Scully, cause, I was just about to say, like, part of me really wants to see these figures, but like, the majority of me, the only thing I want to see Hasbro have is a funeral. So, and that being said, hold on. I want to bring a little thing up. I don't want it to be a big point of discussion. I just don't think it needs to be because there's nothing we can say to talk about it. But this past Sunday, the chairman of Hasbro, the head guy, his grandfather started the company. He's the one that aggressively decided to buy up these little toy companies, get partnered with Takara, pretty much created I can't even say the fucking name. Transformers did pass away. So. Little drop of the hat and a little,
I put the angel wings on the back of my car with the head in the center.
But I just want to get it out of
we owe a lot to those type of people that were at the time that
aggressive. There's aggressive businessmen that create this thing.
But also gave it fucking heart because when it as we all know, like if you're listening to this, you're a fucking fan. So when it was overseas, it didn't have like the heart and soul to it. It was just the gimmick.
The thing, yeah. It was in Green Car 1 and Car 3, and then it came over here, and it was like you think, I try to actually explain this to my significant other, cause I just bought 3 $90 toys, or $80 toys, that are exactly the same.
Go ahead and name drop them.
And, Prowl. And, she's like, are you buying the same thing over and over? Like, why? And I'm like, it looks stupid to you. But they're 3 individual characters.
They're 3 totally different people.
They're different colors.
Because this guy had the idea, well, it was a bunch of writers, it was a group of people. But when it was initially released, it was an option. It was, you want your Datsun, your Nissan, whatever, the Fairlady Z and black, you wanted white, you wanted blue. And they actually gave these little pieces of plastic, backstories, and like personalities and characteristics, and they made them into characters that we love, and that we sit and we stay up all night, some of us, typing on the fucking internet, and we're like, I cannot wait until this toy comes out. So we blog about these characters in the movies, and we blog, and we type, and we troll, and we whatever about, like, we want to see this in fiction, and we always forget that it all goes back to a guy that had a very good idea in a board meeting for fucking Hasbro. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, it's a game
I just want to, it is, and I just want to put that out there. I just want people to know, hats off, respect.
You know, a lot of people don't know that you know, your biggest problem is the size of your heart. You know, you got a big heart, man. Big old heart.
My heart's the size of my fist.
It's just like your heart knows what love is. And it's like, it's like, I want a hug, bro. I need to hug you, bro.
Internet high five.
Internet naked from the waist down hug. That's what we do.
So,
When I give something to Bobby, it ain't gonna be a hug. I'm just letting you know.
hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
Alright.
Hey means heartbeats for you kids out there.
So we all pretty much know that, you know, that fucking Toy Fair is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Just based on the
definitely.
news. But then there's some things in life that are not gonna be awesome.
That's a lovely segue to Botcon 2014, happening June 19th through the 22nd, and of course, California, Pasadena. Celebrating 30 years of Transformers, and apparently the theme was given away, well, half of the theme, technically. It is butt pirates. I mean pirates. If you want to see one of your least favorite molds redone in a shitty fucking color scheme, that was already based on a shitty fucking figure,
In a box.
feel free to go. In a box that runs you $100 flat.
Hey, Oscar, I think the word sticker is...
Wait, I want to know, I think first, I want to know Antoine and Matt's opinion on this, because they have more of a love for Hasbro, I think, you know, as a whole, than maybe the rest of it.
Antoine, you go first. I'll go after you.
Okay. Well, my thing about it is, I mean, I've owned the breakdown mode to that, but I don't think I'll be getting this. I mean, I don't see me actually going out and buy it.
Everything is going as I have foreseen.
Can I interject really quick to cut anybody off? I'm going to cut you off, Antoine, which I just did. That breakdown mold you sold that to me, if you recall.
Yes, I did.
I did. That's how we first met. You see, it's family.
Galen.
Family.
Alright, now, Deluxe Man.
Sorry.
What I
That's
think
gonna be your
about...
nickname. Your nickname is Deluxe.
Alright. That's fine.
Well, let Antoine finish.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Antoine was... Alright, go ahead, Antoine. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
Because I've got a bad habit of well, whatever. Do you have anything left you'd like to say, Antoine? I want to make sure that you have the opportunity.
Founding member Antoine.
Yes, all I'm going to say is not everything Hasbro I like, but only certain things I might get.
You know that about
With that said, I'm not getting this. Next.
Well, I mean, I've been to some Botcons. You know, I've been to 4, 5, Apple One. Was thinking about going to this one, you know, but like to say, sometimes it's just expensive to get out there. Then I found out, which is our next little thing, TFCon coming to America. So I was like, hell that. I'm 10 hours away from Chicago. I will be spending my money at TFCon because I've heard so much good stuff about it. And I'm tired of Botcon shit. Tired of TFCC shit. I know I'm calling them out like that, but I don't care. They're a bad company, but I still buy their shit. And I'm looking for punishment. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'll teach them. I'll spend more money.
I'll teach them. So yeah,
I'll learn good.
Just wait till I take the second mortgage out of my house.
I would like to vocalize. I would like to vocalize right now an internet high five to Arkansas. So internet high five.
Now, Justin.
Yes, sir.
you have done you've done the subscriptions in the past.
Yes.
And you are, is it true, Justin, before this court that you will testify that you are not subscribing this year?
Yes. I like my credit cards, and I did not like when they got stolen, and I did not like when I had to deal with them, and they said, well, it wasn't us. I said, really? Because I used 2 different credit cards, and both of them got stolen, asshole.
It was the software. Shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, to throw it out, if anyone from that company is listening to this at any point in time, I actually know a guy that sells insurance to protect companies that lose their shit.
You can find him in the cafe.
No, I actually know a guy. I legitimately know a guy. So if you are concerned with your protection and you think you're about to lose your ass, I can hook you up. I don't just sell toys. I sell fucking everything. So,
Dreams.
hit me up.
And,
Legitimate product.
If there was anybody from the subscription service, past, present, and wanted to just, cause they get, now, I hate all that shit, but they catch a fucking fair one, like, all the time over on the various interwebs. If anybody, was affiliated and wanted to, stand up and give their defense, we would be honored to hear it.
Yeah.
As long as you can hold your own in the rebuttal, because we're not sucking any dicks here. It's gonna be truthful always.
Always.
But as Matt said, now see, I went to Botcon in 2008, and Matt, or as you may know him, Deluxe, said that was a good year.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the shittiest convention I'd ever been to in my life. Ever. Like, I've been to conventions in like little, like, like multi-purpose rooms in a hotel that were better.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I was like, oh, good God. But on the other hand, I did go to TFCon, and TFCon isn't like a huge convention, but it's a huge Transformer convention. But it was a good time. Like, there weren't as many douchebags. Like, most people had to travel a fair distance to get there. So I think there was just a lot of love, and openness.
Yeah.
But at TFCon, at Botcon, it was like a socially awkward party of fucking misfits.
I would
People
like to
don't get
throw
out
this
much.
out there. I would like to say that TFCon's a much smaller convention than Botcon, and they've thrown the gauntlet down. They have 2 conventions in 2 different areas to cater to 2
True.
different, locales of people. And like Botcon,
Yeah,
like,
the
when they went
Midwest,
to
too.
Disney and California,
Well, yeah, absolutely. I talked to the guy, Proton Man or Proto Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Canadian Slag. Like, he's one of like I guess he's 50% of TFCon. And, like, I talked to him at lengths when I was there. Like, him and I spent like pretty much a night just talking. And he fucking, he was very honest with me, and he was, talking about like, the reason why he believes that TFCon is successful as opposed to, other conventions, and it has to do with, the love for the fucking game,
Yeah.
like,
It's ran by fans.
yeah, he was like,
And,
the guy had a goddamn Matrix on his necklace. You know what I mean? Like, that guy's all in.
I've seen so many people that are canceling their Botcon trip to go to TFCon now since it's in Chicago. It's gonna. I think it's gonna be pretty big. I really do. It's in the Midwest. I hadn't been to Chicago for God I don't know how long, and to have one up there, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm definitely going.
I never actually considered that viewpoint, Matt, and I applaud you for bringing that up. I didn't even think about the number of people that are going to cancel
Oh yeah.
their vacations. Because think about it. Most of us we ain't got it like that, and we have to plan, which is kind of shitty. Because lately, the last few years, Botcon has been like a last minute kind of deal because hey, don't want to tell you shit,
Yeah.
and I wish I had some way to graph the numbers of the people. And I say this about, I say this about a lot of Hasbro stuff, a lot of things they're involved with. Hasbro created Transformers, and there's an evolution with things, and, you know, I'm known for the phrase, like, classics is dead, all hail masterpiece, because that's just the evolution of the product. And I hate to say it because it's a Hasbro thing, and Hasbro created Transformers, and, you know, people know where I stand with third party and knockoffs and blah, 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 blah. But man, I mean, honestly, it's time. Botcon's dead. You know, fucking all hail TFCon. I just did a little fucking Hitler salute in my kitchen, fucking saying that. But that's what I'm saying, like, all fucking, well, it was more of like an aim Hydra kind of thing from Captain America. Let's keep it fucking kosher. But, but yeah, like, I mean.
Us here at the Shredder Cast do not support the Nazi Party in any which way, shape, or form.
We don't. In anything I say or anything anyone else says, like, cause this is the first episode, so fuck it. Like, I don't want anybody to get mad. I don't want anybody to get butthurt. I don't want anybody to get fucking concerned. We're not a bunch of fucking Nazis. We're not sitting around looking at each other. We're in various states. We're in various cities. We're on our phones. We're on our laptops. We're on our computers. We're using Skype.
Cultures and
exactly.
We got Barry White, man. That's all we got. We got Barry White. That's all we
Shut the fuck up, Matt. I'm talking. I don't want anybody to get the idea that we are in any way malicious, hateful. I can't stress that enough. We are not. But we are a bunch of fucking nerds that are happy in our lives. We like to party. I like to drink. Some people like to smoke. I mean, I don't care what people do on the show. I don't give a fuck. But sometimes we say things just slip out. I don't want anybody to get mad. We get caught up in the moment because we are fans. We are the fans. You're the fans. We're the fans. We are your voice. It's kind of how I look at it. we really hate the Dutch. And I'm not so big on Jews. But anyway,
right out the whole Nazi thing. See, that we were just trying to set that up for all of the big programmers out there. We were just trying to set that up to show the humor, the not serious side.
Yes.
That's right.
No, I was in my kitchen doing the fucking thing. I don't want to take away from my fucking spotlight. No, I was doing the fucking Hail Hydra fucking thing from Captain America when I was thinking about all hail TFCon. I am super.
Who's all going to TFCon?
That's what I was about to say. I am super excited. We are great minds. Pound great minds. That's why I love you guys. God fucking damn it. I just want to fuck all of you.
No homo.
No homo.
And we do not discriminate against homosexuals either, or whatever you do in the privacy.
Yeah, after all, we let Matt on.
I won't. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all and your fucking.
I just forget who it was that made an advance towards me, and I asked them not to threaten me with a good time. So you.
It was me.
See there.
And I'm raising my hand because I'm the guy that wants to fuck Matt's sister. So.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm going. I think Bobby's going, and I think Greg's going.
I'll find my way there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go.
Yeah, we
if
can
not,
make
then
something happen.
We're gonna have to,
I can't go, but I can go to New York.
we should do a show there.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely. Absolutely.
I was going to
other TFC, doesn't Radio Free, don't they do stuff at
I don't know. Let's keep our strategies intact.
Yes, I understand, but I think we should, if we get a chance, we should maybe try to do a podcast
well, that's a conversation that could be had off the air.
My bad.
But yeah, we are going to go to TFCon, at least more than one of us, and we're going to try to make it so that as many can go as possible. And it's going to be also, my 5-year-old is going to be there, hooking me up with all sorts of free shit by batting her eyes and mentioning references that turns dealers' hearts.
Can I borrow your other child?
Yes, you can, but she's not doing it. Yeah.
Just wear a scarf around your mouth, Justin, and then duct tape his newborn to your stomach and go, I'm Soundwave, bro. You gotta make this shit happen.
I'll just put some awesome.
Say what?
Is she gonna make you buy Skylinks, Bobby?
Oh, probably. She's always telling me my collection ain't shit because I don't have fucking Skylines. She's like, she's like, I got a better collection than you, don't I? And I was like, it's not about that. We both have great collections. She's like, yeah, but you don't have a Scott Thanks.
Just to stress to our listeners, Bobby's daughter is so cute that we are actually, myself and my significant other, we're actually making plans to kidnap her. So you know, I just want to stress.
What you should do is just check with me on the day, because depending on the day, I might just say swing by and grab her.
See, I'm only on this show under false pretenses because I was told she was going to be one of the hosts. So Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about letting her do like a minute, like a show, like pre-record it and have her just talk, like give her like she has like little fucking like ideas about it. You know what I mean? Just to hear like a little 5-year-old girl talk about like the depth of G1. It's pretty fucking awesome.
It needs to happen. Intermission, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tell her about the show.
Where the fuck? Yeah. She just says, Daddy's talking to his Transformer friends.
And she sounds exactly like that. She gave me a shout out video via text message one time because I helped her daddy get her a Masterpiece Soundwave at like 4 a.m. when they hit the true upside. Yeah. And that was probably the cutest thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Greg, for waking my daddy up to get a Masterpiece Soundwave and a Masterpiece tapes. And
as much as I hate, I'm gonna say it, as much as I hate the KFC products outside of their Perceptor, which I actually love that figure. But anyway, that's for another time. That tape will forever be known as Ford Party Wham Horn.
Ford Party Wham Horn.
It was so cute, it was almost repulsive. I mean...
she'll fucking turn the knife in your heart, dude. Just today, come in here, sweetheart, come in here. She's just right here. Let's see if I can't get her to say something. Hey, what toys did I get today? What toy?
Third-party Ram Horn.
I got third-party Ram Horn today?
You did?
What wait?
Masterpiece.
No, I got third-party what? The Predacon, what's his name?
Oh, Headstrong.
Yeah. And then, what was the other 3 I got? Say it close so they can hear you. You know what I'm saying? You're shy. Okay. You're gonna be on the show.
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Cut her off. Scully.
Third party Sharktacons.
Nice.
Alright, you guys carry on. I'm gonna say goodnight to my daughter real quick.
I would actually, since this is going to be posted in a format that allows comments, I actually want to put a poll up here. Who wants Scully's daughter to actually be a part of the show?
Yeah.
Comment
your
like.
I would just do like a 30-second segment. Just let her be like, what do you think about such and such?
You know what? And I think that if that happens, then we need to have like listener questions for her. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's she gonna talk about this
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I just throw out that no matter what you say, I'm gonna veto it because, founding member, Greg for Mercy here, this is a thing.
Wow.
This is going to happen. This is gonna happen. Jane, I almost said her name. JQ, is gonna have her segment. So, Antoine, start practicing your JQs because she's getting into the intro.
So anyway,
so
what are we talking about?
We're moving on to Transformers Prime, a new show or movie possibility. Transformers Prime, Powerful Alliances.
This is like fresh off the press.
Yep.
Yeah.
Posted by our good friend Antoine as always, and I have yet to get a chance to look into this, so you guys can.
Yeah, I hadn't. Antoine, why don't you take the reins on this one because you looked at it.
Yeah. Basically, it's being directed by Susan Blue, who was G1 RC. And, I guess instead of Megatron, they're using Bludgeon as the lead, enemy. So, it should be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It comes out next year.
Well, they couldn't bring Megatron after he had his little hissy fit on, Predacons Rising or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And, decided that the slavery he felt that made him become Megatron, that he felt again suddenly changed his mind. So yeah, I mean, continuity, it needs to be someone else.
Which I find hilarious because, you know, it's like, he's, you know, he gets freaking possessed by Unicron. And it's like, holy crap! I've been doing this all this time?
Yeah.
Oh! Wow! I'm a massive dick! I'm sorry, Optimus Prime. Oh, it's okay, Megatron. No, really, wow! I'm going to hell.
That's awesome, man. I applaud you, man. That was a good voice.
Yeah, he does Megatron, boy.
That was awesome.
Oscar, we have discussed this. We actually had our own little recording, and we got called bad names. So,
Oh, yeah, but by the same guy who still comments on the fucking video, by the way.
still to this day, like since that movie got leaked online, this same guy has been trolling the video. So, big ups to you, internet soldier.
Yeah. Thanks to you, bro.
Internet soldiers.
You
You guys.
Copyright
me-
Bobby Skullface. But anyway.
I want to go ahead and give a shout out to that jackass because I made $1 on AdSense because of him because he kept reloading the video. Oh, he forgot this point. At 11 minutes and 30 seconds into this, you forgot to mention, shut up, you're a virgin. No one cares.
Hey, question for you guys.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said a question.
Oh yes. What do you guys think of the change other than using Megatron, using Bludgeon as a leader? I mean, what do you think? We think of the change of that instead of the usual.
To me, that's kind of a big one because they always had, like, when it comes to antagonists, it's not the classic, you know, it's always kind of been, I never really seen another, like, lead antagonist other than Megatron, with the exception of Beast Wars Neo with Galvatron.
Yeah.
And so I think this is like, it's kind of fresh, like, hey, it's not Galvatron either. Thank goodness, because it's fucking done to death. They done the Shredder formula. Oh, something's bad. Must be Megatron. No. Now it's like, here's Bludgeon. Here's the guy who stepped up, and, you know, and I think I'm really interested to see how this is gonna pan out.
I actually can't help but wonder if this, like, tests the water for, like, future shows, if having protagonists that, like, I mean, if this is after Prime, then Optimus is gone and Megatron is gone. So, you know, like, this could be paving the way for that, maybe, like, just a test on that.
You know, maybe introduce a new Autobot character as possible leadership material that isn't Bumblebee.
Wait, is Justin endorsing Smokemas Prime for,
No, absolutely not.
Well, you know what's cool about having, Bludgeon is that, like, you get the impression that it's still going to be kind of dark.
Yep.
Wasn't he in the comics? He was in the GC comics. Wasn't he like a leader kind of or something? They had a big push for him.
Yep.
And
also in the Regeneration series too, he's kind of like a big major player.
Yeah.
Can I jump in just real quick with my opinion? Because I really have to use the bathroom and I'm going to mute the mic. So I don't want, like, I just want to get my, like, thing out there real quick and then you guys, I don't want to hold you guys up.
Of course, how selfish of us. Let's hear everything you have to say.
No, I just...
Ladies and gentlemen, founding member Gregor Mercy's 2 cents.
Justin is a big outspoken detractor of my peeing on the podcast. So
Yes, this is
I just want to get heard.
Hold it,
before
girly.
we're done. Yeah, I've been holding it since we started, you motherfucker. You look at, like, IDW, you look at the fiction, and there's always a subplot. And I don't care if it was a subplot or not. Like, Starscream was a subplot. Like, there was something gonna happen, and then all of a sudden, he makes his combiner team, and there was that little Combaticon story. And whatever. But that's an example. There's a whole, Bludgeon's a big character in IDW, so is, so are a lot of villains. I would like to see some fiction with Overlord. Because remember how he's a butthurt little pussy because, fucking Megatron didn't even, and I say that all the time, and whenever I say this, I think about, Overlord, that you weren't even a blip on that motherfucker's radar. I am quoting from Last Stand of the Records when I say that. So on Facebook, if I say that to you, I'm directly quoting, Last Stand of the Records. But anyway, I would like to see some fiction with fucking, Overlord. But I applaud this. I am all behind, changing of the guard.
Yep.
And not, not fucking.
It's not crazy.
Not
It's not it's a logical change.
Yeah, it's not like Rodimus Prime versus Galvatron, who is the same motherfucker. I mean, they even said that. They even said that in the cartoons. Like, but aren't they the same guy? Like, they acknowledged
Right.
it. That means canon. So, like, there's no defending it. There's no defending whatever. But anyway, whatever. And I like this. I'm a fan of it. This could. Well, I'm talking about Hasbro here. I was about to say this could be a game changer, but I reserve that for third-party companies. But I mean, yeah, like Masterpiece. Oh yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah, I'm behind this. If they want to switch it up, and Susan Blue like did a good job on the first season of Prime. So yeah.
Now, do you think it's gonna be a dark?
What, Antoine?
Yes.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, do you think it's gonna be like a dark cartoon, like Prime, or like animated, or like Rescue Bots or something?
No, I don't think it's gonna be nothing like Rescue Bots. I'm sorry to interrupt. You go ahead and just knock that out of there. I think the Transformers Prime series, I didn't think it was ever like too dark per se. Like, granted, it dealt with serious things like people died, and they stayed dead. It wasn't no magical fucking 7 balls of illusion that summoned this mythological dragon that brought them back to life. When they died, they died. When Ultra Magnus got his hand fucked up, it stayed that way even into the Predacon Rising movie.
I just want to point out that Oscar is ripping off what I said on GMC episode, something. Alright, anyway.
I had never heard you on that. Probably because every time you're on.
Chalking up the great minds.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to ask a question. Do you think they'll Starscream's my favorite character. He always has been since G1. Do you think they'll ever let him just be the leader instead of having to, squabble around and try to defeat Megatron?
I'll tell you right now off the bat. First off, I hate the TF Prime version of Starscream. I'm just not crazy about that design at all.
Right.
And I am not a Steven Blum fan, and I'm sorry. The guy has like really limited range. I give him credit once. I believe he voiced, in the cartoon Spectacular Spider-Man, he voiced a Hobgoblin, in which I didn't know it was him until I actually looked up the information. And I was like, wow, blown away. But it's like every character he's voiced has been rough and gruff or kind of cowardly, and it's never really appealed to me. I hated Starscream and Transformers Prime. I hope that if they do introduce Bludgeon into this film, and he's a new antagonist, that we get a whole new like armada of Decepticons. Like, I don't want to see Starscream make a fucking appearance and be like, oh, I'm gonna try to take over this group. No, I wanna see other characters from the Decepticon universe fucking put into play here.
And agreed.
Okay.
I think that Starscream is one of my favorite ever Transformers period characters. He's the reason I kept watching Armada. He's the reason that...
Oh yeah, he's a badass in Armada.
I mean, anything.
He's a badass, that's sure.
And think about that, you ask if, like, do you want to see a series where Starscream leads? No.
Yeah.
Right.
Because Starscream had his place, and the magic of the character is like, he's always the one lurking in the shadows. He's trying to take over.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I understand. It would change his character, dramatically, probably.
And it wouldn't be
and
Starscream.
it just wouldn't go along. People would be like, I like him like he was. He was, mischievous and stuff and all that crap. Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Personally, I wouldn't mind to see him not like in the leadership role, but less of like that like wimpy coward type role. Like actually make him a fearsome, second in command that is maniacally trying to
killed
take over.
Cliffjumper.
But Justin, the thing is though, if you did that, it wouldn't be Starscream. I'm all about advancing.
That's not true.
Well, hold on.
Not true.
I'm all
If you
about
watch-
advancing.
No, I've been holding on. God damn it.
Motherfuckers!
Oh, dude.
If you watch G1, 99% of the time, it's fucking Starscream's plan that would actually work.
Yep.
Motherfucker, you just called him Star Wars.
I know.
Your plan is valid.
I got so excited I got my chance to talk.
If Megatron listened to the Death Star, they would have won the war years ago.
But like 99% of the time, it's Starscream's plan that fucking makes sense. It's like, you know, they'll have Optimus Prime and Starscream will be like, take his head off! And then they'll say, no, you idiot, we're gonna wait until you know, Starscream would have had that whole fucking army taken care of years ago.
Quickly post 2 inept gods to watch Optimus Prime.
But
While I monologue my plans.
on the other side of that coin, Bobby, or Mr. Skullface, whatever we're calling you on this, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. We're just we're friends having a conversation is what this is.
According to my text message, it's Big Dick Ben or something like that.
Oh no.
If how'd you hack into my phone, motherfucker?
Wow.
But we're talking about Starscream, and just think about it, like Starscream as a character. If you change any of that, if you change it, like you can make Smokescreen better. Like they did in Prime, they make Smokescreen like a front character. They can make RC a front character. They can make Bulkhead, who is like a front character, and I love Bulkhead now. But if you fuck with Starscream's formula, you are actually changing who that character is. And I personally, myself, I'm raising my hand in my kitchen right now. If you change Starscream's formula, you are changing the character. And I don't want to say relate because I'm not that kind of motherfucker, but like, I understand where he's coming from. And that's why I love the character of Starscream. Because he is the one that is always trying to one up the boss. But he doesn't have the meat to fill the role. You know what I mean?
Well, here's kind of what I see. Like, he is and has always been the, like, leader of the air, you know, the air command that the Decepticons have. But not, like, any show shows him being, like, really, like, living up to that role ever.
True.
You know, like, in G1, like, why would any of the other Seekers have followed him, like, the way he acted? And, you know, like, he is their leader in that sense and never shows it, so I don't think it's out there.
Didn't they make fun of him? I mean, Mendosaur, you know, do you want, when he was gonna attack Bruticus, did he say, do you want Starscream, you know, to be the leader? So,
he never knows when to quit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Thundercracker and Skywarp, I mean, they made fun of him.
Yeah.
Skywarp was actually, I think, like the most efficient of the Seekers, like if you know, statistically. Like if you like go back and watch the shows.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
No. Now I am.
No, don't be done.
I don't want to say it.
I just wanted.
This is over. This is falling apart before it even gets off the ground.
Turn it off.
I'm stopping the recording. Oh, fuck.
We've been Shatteredcast and Cut. I hope you enjoy listening. No, but seriously. And we talked about this before the show. And fuck it, I might as well bring it up. I mean, whatever. It's to sell toys. And it's to keep like characters like the way they are. Any changes to Starscream's character would fuck up that formula. And I have never been one to champion Hasbro's cause. That's the reason Matt's here, because, you know, he loves Hasbro, but anyway, whatever.
Well, because,
Starscream's
been around forever. I mean,
well, exactly, and you just closed your own coffin, actually, because to change the character of Starscream, to advance that character, would kill the,
I don't know. I mean, I see your point, Greg, and I see Bobby's point, too. I mean, it was just...
If you actually had him as a leader, that would ruin who he is. Like, you actually had him as the leader of Decepticons. But I think what Justin's saying is just tighten him up a little bit. I think that actually will make him even more interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the comics. Look at the comics with the Underbase. He had his chance. He took the power of the Underbase. I mean, if you guys follow the comics. And we had this actually talk, going back to GMC, shout out. We talked about that this past week. I mean, he took the power of the Underbase and he became the badass. And what happened? He still got swatted down by like some character no one had ever heard of. And that is what, I mean, and that's what defines the character. We relate to a character. And a character is only what is defined in the fiction. And I think to give Starscream an advantage or give him a foothold, I just think that would tarnish the character of Starscream.
See, in my opinion, he's a lot more of a badass than he gets credit for. You know, they just don't.
Didn't they do that in Armada? I mean, they gave him a different role in Armada, and I mean, that's the badass Starscream right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
make him the boss. See what
I mean, he still got killed.
Cybertron, way more advanced than that. Yeah, but still.
Oh, yeah, Cybertron, yeah.
He was powerful. I mean, he grew himself up to be like Unicron.
Yeah.
Well, like what I really kind of liked about like that whole ordeal with when shows like Cybertron make Starscream this omnipotent being is that in the end of it, it's kind of like and I'm going like and forgive me because I'm going to go away from the Transformers mythos for a second here, but go into the Marvel continuity when it came to the Infinity Gauntlet. Adam Warlock told Thanos, every time you had success within your grasp, you always failed. Why? Because in the end, you kind of know you didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
You know,
that book was a game changer first time also.
Oh yeah, fucking was. George Perez, shout out to you, brother. My favorite comic book artist. But that's kind of how like they kind of made Starscream like appear in Cybertron. Like, okay, he always attained his goals, but when push came to shove, end game time, he backed off because he knew he kind of didn't deserve it. It killed him, you know. Yeah. And back onto the subject of Prime. What I would like to see amongst the Decepticon ranks is kind of like introduce like Thundercracker or Skywarp, and I would like their characters more like for them to not alleviate, I'm sorry, I can't find a word at the moment, but focus more on giving a little more backstory. I'd like to see the Thundercracker we have in IDW. You know, like the rogue Decepticon that's just like, I just can't get behind this cause anymore. I'd like to see this Skywarp that's dedicated to the cause. You know, that sat there and threatened to put his fist through fucking, was it Flywheel or Snare if he fucking interfered in the fight between Megatron and Starscream. You know, I want to see that. I don't want to see another, wait till your back's turned, Megatron, and it's all mine. I don't want to see that shit, dude. As cool as that is for Starscream, it's essentially, and I'm gonna go old school 90s like street slang, it's played out.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
But I think that like, you know, having him as like, and I also think that we're probably like past an hour mark at this point, so if we ever want to finish this thing tonight, we should probably move on. But that, you know, it's key to have Starscream always trying to overthrow someone. Like that's pivotal to his character.
Absolutely.
But I don't think that making him a badass, you know, in the same light.
Yeah.
You know, but still not being able to achieve that goal, but just being a little bit more like, you know,
tarnish.
You know, just sharpen the teeth a little bit. I don't think that would take away from the character.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's my viewpoint, and I'm gonna get all personal with you there, Mr. Robert Skullface.
I love it when you call me by my court. I love it when you call me by my court name.
Your daughter JD, who was just on the show, right?
JQ, yeah.
Oh, JQ, yeah, whatever. No one cares about her fake name.
Alright, show's over for real. Go ahead.
Now here, let's take her. Now let's put her in the middle. Let's elevate her to the point of focus.
I don't even like you saying put my daughter in the middle, but go ahead.
Just stop. Her closet, whatever. You're a closet sex offender. We all know this, so don't even fucking hint at that. Let's put her. Like, we're looking at her. She's in the focus right now. She's in the middle of this group chat. Now, what if we made her, say, that guy you saw at the gas station this morning's daughter, right? Let's say that. Hold on. Let's say that she's his daughter. She's the Asian. We're not calling stereotypes. We're just making a visual here. Let's say she's Asian. Let's say she's a successful. She's 45. She runs a company. I think it's far enough. So now we have changed the daughter of yours into this person. She's no longer your daughter. She no longer has any qualities of your daughter. Do you still love her?
I feel like I'm in the wrong show now because
this is a really strange question.
Yeah, well, let me say.
It just got real.
I'm not talking about no, because you're taking it too far. I'm saying, You keep all of his traits the same. You just put an accent. You know, you just add a little bit of a heavier brushstroke.
Edge.
Yeah, on his intentions. And his ability to carry out those intentions.
And I'm agreeing with you, Bobby. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't completely change the archetype of the character.
Yeah,
you can't
but I don't think what Justin recommended was that. Is my point.
No, I don't think so either.
I thought we were sharing your opinion. Sorry. I'm gonna fucking hang up. Fuck this shit.
Y'all want to go to third party news?
I think that we should move on.
Third party stuff. Man, I love third party.
Yeah, moving on to third party stuff. An interview with an ex third party, apparently, according to this link.
Justin found this it put me onto it. So why don't you take this one, Justin?
Well, essentially what you have here, I don't know who's familiar with 4chan. It's not necessarily the best place to be on the internet, but
creepypasta.
Yeah. Anyway, you can kind of be anything you want on there and whatever, but this does seem like it has some degree of legitimate nature to it, and it's someone who claims that they got fired from a quote-unquote very well-known third-party company, and they just kind of go through some of the, I guess, like some of the tropes of being a third-party company, like, you know, like Hasbro's profit margins on a deluxe are like 10 to 15%, where a third party's thing is like 3 roughly, or no, 25 to 30 on Hasbro and like 10 on a third party. So there's not, you know, the reason they cost more is because of that margin and stuff and the production costs, which I don't know, a lot of it reads like stuff that really makes sense if you know anything about manufacturing and everything like that. But some of the more interesting things they point out is like Fans Project being very dedicated to the overall looks of everything and the fit and finish, but they take forever. Let's say they said MMC is a small group that only started making more money with Hexatron and Feral Rex and don't have as much money as the others. Gear is apparently ruled by an opportunist who doesn't care about the customer at all, and they've never heard anything good about him. And that kind of makes sense. I mean, look at the mini bots we just got. Yeah, I think that's all he says about the other companies.
To anybody that hasn't read this, Justin sent this to me. I was at work the other day, and I was actually on the treadmill because it was like a day that was a prime number divisible by 8 or some shit, which is like the only days I get on the treadmill. And I had to read it while I was fucking running. Like I zoomed in like on my phone and like had to go word by word, like as I'm like up and down trying to fucking run on this thing because it's a fucking good read. So if you haven't read it and you're listening, I highly suggest you give it a shot.
Anything Justin just said, like, I get behind. Like, yeah. I agree with every point. I mean, he just went over this article, and I have not read it, but I know where it's going, and
And I just want to point out that the people on 4chan who were asking him questions, like, come on. Like, they said, why is it always G1? And like, because it sells better. Like, that was his answer.
Yep.
Because it sells
up.
better. It's like, what person out there doesn't realize that a huge draw of the market is the people who want the G1 stuff, you know, like, once Beast Wars starts selling better, you'll see Beast Wars third party, but until that comes, like, everybody is nostalgic for G1 stuff, so of course that's gonna sell.
Actually, Justin, I think it's a good time to mention, I just started Kickstarter, to make a, pterosaur figure. Oh, okay, so if anyone wants to get on that, just let me know.
I love you too.
I really want this thing to happen.
So,
yeah, do you think I would fucking say that? No, fuck no. I would like to have a good, I don't care. Anything else, a fucking scrounge. Or fucking anything else. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think some of these third-party companies, talk about this bubble, I think they're losing their fucking mind. Like, stick with what works. like most of the people that have the money to spend and that have the passion to spend, they don't give a fuck about fucking animated. They don't give a fuck about Armada. They care about G1 because that's what they grew up on. You know why? Because it was a good foundation for their fucking personality and their fucking life. And they grew up to be successful enough to buy fucking $100 toys.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So G1 makes $100 toys right there.
When
9 degrees of fucking Matt Damon.
When
or
the people
whatever
get,
fucking
when the people who grew up with Armada are old enough to be designers and stuff, you know, maybe we'll start seeing that type of thing. But you know,
I love that.
And not only that, but I mean, when the people that grew up on Armada are old enough to buy those type of toys on a regular basis.
Exactly.
You talk about MMC. I have Fortis, I think, in my hand right now.
He's the Rhino.
I'm looking at him. I am holding him. He is heavy. My arm's getting tired. This is a good fucking toy. Ugh. And you know the only reason I have him right now? Because I got Bovis. I got Bovis at the same time, and I'm done with, my arm got so tired from holding Bovis, I had to switch. It's just such a good fucking toy. He's so good. I'm looking at him, and he's gonna fucking kill me. You know, this motherfucker's about to come to life and kill me because he looks so good. And like, I would rather spend $100 on this than spend fucking $15 on fucking Gold Bug. And Hasbro doesn't realize that. It's all about the quality and like what you're putting out, and they don't do it. So these companies have to step up. It's like Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu, about a month ago, made this big announcement, or this post, and said that you're no longer getting, packaging. And he said that, I'm sorry, it's cut costs, and he's like, I shouldn't have to put this out. This is stuff that should have
been released
when you bought it. Exactly. And I stand behind these people. So people that are like naysayers to third party, I don't even remember what the question is anymore. I'm all fucking hard on for third party now. Like, I don't even fucking, I don't care. But people that say like third party, like, there are people out there that say it's like, oh, these are just knockoffs. They're just knockoffs. Fuck you. Your fucking Beast Hunters Optimus Prime is a knockoff. That fucking $50 Optimus Prime you bought for your kid for Christmas, that's a fucking knockoff. This is a good toy. I would rather spend $100 on fucking Fortis than spend fucking 10 on Ultimate Beast Hunters Optimus Prime.
I don't have Fortis. I mean, I don't have Bovis, but I have Fortis, and like, I just was fucking with him like before the show started, and like as soon as I transformed him into the Rhino, like I like took like 10 pictures and sent them to people that don't even give a fuck about Transformers, just because I was like, I was just like, look how fucking awesome this is. And then people are like, you're the biggest fucking loser I know.
Yeah, fuck you. I got passion.
That's how I feel about Hexatron. Hexatron is just,
oh my god, he's beautiful.
Yeah, I mess with him all the time.
Well, look, I'll put it to you this way. Like, Greg mentioned he talks about quality, and here's like kind of where like I've seen a lot of people discuss third parties and qualities. It's kind of been a split down the middle argument. You have companies like I mentioned in my vlog, like Unique Toys. They release their version of the Predacon set, and they're just absolute trash.
Right.
You want me to pay 60, 70, 80 bucks. I paid 60 for my freaking Warhawk when it came out. And I sold it like 2 days later. I pulled a Sullivan and freaking just sold that bitch 2 days later. Alright. And then freaking when Violence came out, I go, well, let me give this line another shot. I get Violence, which is the not Rampage. It was lacking in paint apps like no one's business. It felt fucking shitty. Then when MMC's coming out with Bovis, I have a heart because the oldest Transformer in my collection I had since I was 9 is my fucking Tantrum from my G1 Predaking set. So it has a special place. I bought it off Jason from Dub K Toys. I get him in my hand. A, this fucker's almost as big as my Masterpiece Thundercracker. B, I'm handling him and I don't feel like I'm gonna fucking break him. As you all know, I'm already racking up a body count with Hexatron and now my, Paladin. I fucking took off one of the tank treads trying to fold it the way they want you to in the instructions. But it's like, I'm holding this thing and I feel like I don't need kid gloves. Like I don't need a pair of tweezers to turn the head because I'm scared I'm gonna snap it right off. It doesn't rattle when I'm fucking shaking it. Like some Beast Hunter Deluxe class figures with big, stupid clown feet. And, oh wow, he looks great in Rerolabel. No, he doesn't. Try making him a car. Look how frustrating that is. Fuck you. That's fucking retarded. So you know what? Yeah. Bovis cost me 100, I forgot how much I paid Jason for. 100 and change shipped. Compared to paying, what, 25 for a fucking Blitzwing Voyager class figure that I can't move the arms because the entire shoulder assembly will come flying out of place? No
Right.
thanks, dude. There's times where it's like, I'll take it, but then there's times where it's third party and it's absolute shit, like Unique Toys.
I am sitting here right now looking at the Fortis, and like, it's a cartoon. It's like I'm looking at a still from the show. And why Hasbro, who invented fucking Transformers, can't make a product that is of that quality, that is affordable for everyone who wants to give them their fucking money. If they would make a quality product like that feels like it weighs about 3 fucking pounds. Yeah, Kit holding it in her hand right now. Feels like it weighs about 3 fucking pounds. It's got sharp edges. It looks like the character. It's a Predacon. It forms like the biggest combiner of the series. They can't make that fucking toy, then they don't fucking deserve to make that toy anymore.
You know the best
I'll
way,
say it. Fuck it. Fuck them.
The best way that I can describe like figures like that is like when you get them out of the box and you hold them in your hand, being like a 30-some-year-old man holding that toy in your hand is the same awe as being that 6-year-old kid holding that toy in your hand.
If you take that guy out of the box, and the moment you take him out of the box and you turn him into a card jet or whatever, and you're flooded with fucking memories when you were a kid.
Yep.
And you remember better times when you didn't have bills to worry about,
Yep.
You didn't have to try to be a certain role model for certain people in your lives.
While your family was still alive.
Yeah, that you accomplished something. And that accomplished something. And with some of the shit Hasbro's been doing, I don't get that anymore. Right. Unfortunately. Like I look at Whirl, I never owned a Whirl, but if I look at my Seeker set, I kinda get it. Yep. But I look at iGear's version of them coming up, it's like, wow, I kinda really get it now.
These third party toys look like they're getting, well, not all of them, but the companies that, are worth a shit. They are, when you look at them, it's like I just said, it looks like a jump out of the cartoon. So it's like, this is what those fucking shitty ass fucking Hasbro toys were when you were 5 years old. It's that same feeling. I mean, and it's like that iGear Shatteredcastonline leader figure, moving things kind of along a little bit.
Yeah,
that's fucking rainbow neon fucking colors,
Yeah, I don't get this.
I don't get it at all. I think it's ugly. I'm not a fan of the Shatteredcastonline, so I could care less.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
Yes, founding member Matthew.
No, fuck you.
The reason why, I mean, I love both sides, but Hasbro is catering to kids. Third party is catering to adults, because that's the only people who can buy that shit. Which I love third party.
Absolutely.
And everything. So the reason why you won't see the dedication that you probably will from third party is because, kids, will play with something, have the attention span of a gnat, and just throw it around and whatever. So, I don't like all the Hasbro stuff. Bobby might say I'm Hasbro all the way, but I mean, I have a lot of 30 party stuff too. And I always will because it caters to the G1. And that's, like you said, when you open it up, Hexatron, I thought, man, that's when I was a kid. I open it up and I transform it to all the modes and shit. And I'm just like, man, this is an excellent toy. And I'm glad I spent my $100-some for it, and all that stuff. But Hasbro, they're trying sometimes, but their heart's not in it like third party is, I think.
What about Perfect Effect Water? What do you think of that?
I think it's cool.
Go ahead.
It's expensive, and it's not. It's okay. Fuck it. Sandstorm.
I know. You gotta
Sandstorm. Generation Sandstorm is a cool figure, but it doesn't give you that nostalgic feeling like that Oscar was talking about because it's not the same. It's not the same party, right? It's not the same character that you knew. It's like a new modern update, and it's cool because it's $20 and it's Hasbro doing something that's actually giving somewhat of a fuck about you as a fan. So it's cool, but it doesn't give you that je ne sais quoi, that certain something that say, Fortis or Bovis does. how, it's the same thing with this Warden. It's very cool. It looks just like the fucking thing out of Last Stand of the Records. Like, it's on the money. But
Right.
to be at that price point, it doesn't scratch that itch for me that makes it rewarding. Now, T2RX6 has it on pre-order, am I correct?
This is correct. I love
So
using headmasters, so
Right.
that's all I needed.
When it comes to like PE Warden, I figure I wanted to buy him at first because I'm kind of building my own Lost Light crew, but at the same time, I don't own a Fort Max, so I wouldn't be able to enjoy the head mode he comes in. I won't be able to know what it's like to see Fort Max hold the gun that doubles as the cannon for his tank mode. So it's something I'm easily passing on.
Yeah, no, I can see that. And if I didn't have a Fortress, I probably wouldn't be interested as much. But like, there's a lot of different reasons for me personally that I like it. I like the character. I'd like to have a modern, Fort Max in some way for my personal collection, stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean,
Like, if it was $100, it'd be mine.
yeah.
Oh yeah, same thing here.
I wholeheartedly
150.
agree.
Absolutely.
Go on. Okay, fine, I'll go. I wholeheartedly agree with everything that just got said. If it had been $50 cheaper, then it would be a no-brainer. I love IDW. And once again, like, my favorite part of Last Stand of the Record, well, not my favorite part, one of my favorite parts was seeing Fort Max get fucked the fuck up. Just because this character that, as fans of this fiction, like, this is like the untouchable. Like, he is the be-all, end-all, and literally, because he is the one that ended G1. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like the force that put down, he turned the tide. And that being said, to give him this characterization in the comic books, because obviously, I talked about this on GMC, the G1 comics were a lot different from the G1 fiction. And he was characterized a lot more. I mean, they really played that whole, like, it's like, I don't want to fight anymore. Like, I'm done kind of character. And he's like, well, maybe now I can be done. And he just wanted it to be over. And they really brought in the human aspect of the headmaster, once it became Spike. Like, they really brought that. Like, he was trying to help his brother. And I think at one point, his brother, Buster, actually took over Fort Max, to help out in the fight. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Looking at this, as a parallel to the fiction, I don't have a Fort Max either. I was actually saving up for a Fort Max. I feel like a little kid. Like, I was saving my nickels. Like, I sold a bunch of stuff to buy a Fort Max. And I ended up buying, the Predacons, the Borvis and Photos. Because, like, I'm just not a fan of G1 toys. I'll say it. I'm not a fan of G1 toys. And I did not want the biggest G1 toy to be a disappointment to me. So I want to keep it as one of those things that I think about and I dream about. And I'm like, oh man, what if I had a Fort Max? So I didn't buy one when I had the money. I bought these toys. And that being said, I didn't buy this because, like, I want this. I like it. I think it looks good. I'm a big fan of how they downplayed the power of Fort Max in IDW. And, I mean, he's gotten the short end of the stick. He was a weaker character. He was dispatched by Overlord's Decepticon, or Overlord and the Decepticon population of Garrus 1. He's come back as, like, kind of like, almost like a veteran, like a Vietnam veteran. Like, I mean, he's had, like, fucking shock syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, that thing.
Personified, yeah.
And, I mean, he's a fucking good character. Like, IDW took this character that, like, should have been the focus of the show. He should have been the reason they made another Transformers in America, but they didn't. And I don't know, like, the connection that America has with human characters within Transformers. Like, the fact that fucking Spike was the head, of Cerebros. Like, I mean, it was just like, that they could have gone so many different directions, and they didn't fucking do it. And IDW has found a way to take this robot, character and give him a human, weakness. A human, like, quality, which is weakness. And, like, if you've noticed, they've never really made him out to be that big of a badass. Like, every time he gets an edge, they knock him down. And, that makes me want this figure. to get back on topic. That makes me want this figure. But at the same time, like, I don't really need, I want him because he's a headmaster, but I don't need him. And I don't have a Fort Max like like Oscar said. I don't have one because I didn't buy the one. See how I'm tying this together? I didn't buy it because the only reason I really even thought about having a G1 Fort Max was because I wanted to buy this thing to put a head on it. And so, like, just right there, it all falls apart. And it's just not holding me. It's not a purchase. It's like Bobby can tell you, dude, man, fucking that Perfect Effect, Black Arachnia, man, I wanted that thing fucking like crazy. But then I started seeing pictures, and like I had the money for it and everything, and then I was just like, fuck it. And I bought something else. I don't even remember what I bought. I think I bought, the Fans Project Weird Wolf. But it was like, if I'm gonna...
I will say to anybody who is thinking about that Perfect Effect, watch T2RX6's review of it. Because it is the most in-depth review of that figure that I've seen online, period.
Exactly.
The other thing I wanted to add is that this is my last chance I'm giving Perfect Effect on a good figure. Like, I've enjoyed their smaller figures, but, like, I don't know, I have the Chromia, and that was pretty good, but Black Arachnia, like, as much as I really was looking forward to it, like, disappointed me, like, in terms of quality issues. And, like, if that's where they're going, then, you know, this is it. I'm done after this.
You're spending that much money on something that small. And I recently, 2 years late, got the Assault Force, the reflector. Yeah, like the toy reflector. I love that figure. Mm-hmm. And it's just like everyone says, like, you play with him, you transform him, you know, you fuck around with him and you love him. But like, out of the gray, you're like, God damn, this thing's fucking small.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, that's a good camera. This thing's awesome.
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
And you sit it down beside, you're like, oh, this camera looks so good. This is G1 reflector. And then you sit it down beside your masterpiece fucking Thundercracker. And
no,
your fucking,
sit it
whatever
down next to
fucking
your
Megatron.
masterpiece fucking Rumble.
That's what I'm saying. And you're like, wait a second. He's not Transformer scale. He's not human scale. What the fuck is he? And I get this idea that, oh shit, maybe my Seeker can hold him and take pictures of the other Seeker. Now, he didn't fit for that. I love him. I'm not going to get rid of him. I would only trade that toy for the G1 color. So if anyone's listening and you want to trade the G1 color for the toy color, then I'm your man. But other than that, I'm sorry, Bobby.
Speaking of things that aren't quite G1 accurate, Commander Sharkticon. Let's just go through this real quick.
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
Does anybody want this figure?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, and
this is stupid.
Justin, you're passing as well, right? Alright, we lost Justin somewhere in the mix. Well, I would imagine it's all because the colors don't make sense, it's fucking wonky as hell, and it has no bit of any sort of nostalgic memory for anyone.
Nope. I never liked Sharkticons to begin with, man.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted there.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, like I said, this is the same thing that they did with the mini-bots to me, is like, Commander Sharkticon has nothing to do with, like, the Sharkticons that I saw on the show. You know, like, It's not the right colors, like, no. You know, this is the same thing that iGear likes to do, it seems.
And next on the list is this fourth party silhouette of a Mega Supreme. For me, it comes down to price. It's hard to talk about this shit with the silhouettes, and, you know, as we keep doing this podcast, more and more silhouettes are gonna come out, and we're just gonna fucking speculate. But, for me, it comes down to scale, price point, and overall look. Is there anybody that's immediately sold or not sold on this unit?
I'm not sold. I gotta see some actual pictures. I mean, wasn't there also another third-party company, like, teasing their version of a fucking Starscream that they just printed up a silhouette?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah.
That's all you fucking heard of them?
Yeah, it was like,
so,
and then there was nothing, and, you know, I don't even know, are the Raptors even out? The iGear Raptors?
No, they come out in March, I believe.
Okay. March is, Jesus Christ, March. Somebody in the cafe that calls March the Bloodbath. And I usually bump heads with that guy all the time, but I like him though. I like bumping heads with him, so to speak. And, he calls it the Bloodbath, and I actually started calling it the Bloodbath in my home as well. So.
I couldn't unmute quick enough. that just because, like, we won't call names, but we will, encourage, and yeah,
I can hear you flushing.
Yeah, because it was that important to me. It was that important to me. I had to unmute. I was just peeing, don't worry. This guy, I won't call his name, but this is the motherfucker that said that in 10 years or whatever, we're gonna look back at the Michael Bay movies the same way we looked back at fucking the 87 Hasbro movie. So right there.
You know,
if he wants to come on the show, he knows who the fuck he is. If he wants to come on the show, I would love to have him. And when we talked about guests, we've talked about this. We didn't just fucking decide to do this tonight. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. And I had him in mind as a guest. From the get-go.
Yeah, I respect people that serve our country. I really do, man. But absolutely. When you sit there and it's like, I let him say what that guy needs to say, but there are a lot of times when he's typing, I just picture him like sounding really arrogant and pompous, like, oh, well, you're wrong. The Michael Bay. And it's just like, okay, really. Remove the 3-foot broom out of your ass and carry on.
I gotta be honest though, like, I think I statistically like to be irritated by him. Like when I see like,
I think let's go get.
So it all works out.
Like when it hits my my news feed that he commented on something, I'm like, let me see how this is gonna rub me.
I think the Year of the Snake Omega is gonna be good. I mean, it's good enough for me. Omega Supreme before.
Now I just acquired that unit, and it is good enough. That is a well said statement. But you know what's gonna make it more than good enough? That Make Toys upgrade, if we ever get it.
Yeah, if that's what I'm holding out for, personally. Like, that is all I need, and my Energon, well, whatever, the Year of the whatever Omega Supreme spin-off. This particular fourth party club, like, looking at the silhouette, you know, everybody knows I hate silhouettes. Well, maybe you've never listened to GMC, whatever. But I'm putting it out there, I hate silhouettes. Like, I just want to see a prototype or, like, a computer-generated graphic, something like that, even. Yeah. And, like, when I look at this, like, and when I look at this, I'm like, it looks like it's two different toys, like, a bottom of one toy and an Omega Supreme. And, like, that really bothers the crap out of me.
But the thing is I will say this, if that Make Toys upgrade doesn't come out, guess what the fuck is flying out of this house?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people annoyed if that doesn't end up coming out. But
and I have addressed that issue.
My Omega Supreme does not turn into a train station. Is that my Omega Supreme? So,
and to address that, I have been furiously trying to customize mine. Give it more accurate game colors and whatnot. So if I can't get that upgrade, I can be like, hey, here's your game accurate as best I can do it with the bullshit I had to work with.
I'm gonna add extra
Omega Supreme. It's only gonna cost you $400.
Motherfuckers!
No, I'm DJ7426 Customs. Right, and, my shit costs fucking gold. You know what I'm talking about. Right. I'll put an LED in that motherfucker, and it'll just be like one of those party lights, like, taped to its fucking head with scotch tape. I don't know, LED work.
It's metallic paint. It totally makes it worth $200 immediately.
No, but seriously though, my shit looks just like the fucking game as best I could. Like, I actually did a good job, so, hit me up.
So, moving on, Excellent Toys, or are we talking about...
Who is that?
I thought they meant Toy World, because according to our notes it says after their release of their IDW Optimus Prime, they have a superior sound wave.
No, they have a IDW, like, super deformed Optimus that they announced, like, this has been months ago, and I haven't seen anything come from it, if it's coming out or not, but... And the other thing is, people are saying that the Soundwave's non-transformable, but that Optimus doesn't look like he's transformable, and he is too. So I doubt that that's the case. That said, these have no place in my house. So
can I say?
But I do get this. You know, like, I can see how someone, like, especially someone who, like, isn't a collector. You know what I mean? Would be like, oh man, this would look cool on my desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's the thing if you're a passing fan and not, like, if you're a fan of the franchise but not a collector, it's one thing you can put on a shelf to, like, nod towards something you like. Yep. You know, like, I get it. I do. It's just not for me.
Me neither.
You know what? Actually, that paves the way for me to fucking say something just about Hasbro. And I'm not cutting anybody off or trying to take over. You say that. So like, you look at like, oh no, listen to me. You look at, there's like, what, and I comment on this on Facebook, is that chibi ass, it's chibi, it's like a big head, Nemesis Prime. And then you say like this company, and it's like, oh, it's just something you keep on your desk. Then why the fuck does Hasbro not take that same tactic? Why are these Chinese companies smarter than fucking Hasbro? Who turned fucking selling fabric remnants, apparently, which was their original intent, into being a toy empire, and fucking they can't think to sell something that would just like appeal to a casual collector who wants to put something on their desk. No, you've got to have a fucking company in China make that shit and fucking sell it for $300 or whatever it is. Like that fucking Optimus Prime. What is it? And I don't want to talk about it. I don't care. But what's Optimus Prime that like, it doesn't transform. It's just you take the parts off and you see the innards. We've talked about it.
Yeah, but that's you know,
it's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty fucking cool.
Exactly.
But why didn't Hasbro make that? Why didn't they do that?
I think that's licensed though. I think that's licensed. Yeah.
Man, whatever. But they should have done that mainline. That should have been mainline. That's what I'm saying. That should have been the fucking $100 toy, not Soundwave.
Should be licensing out their fucking, you know, their fucking intellectual properties. Like they
like
can
that Ultimate Metal Optimus is licensed too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
They could sit back and license out the fucking, you know, to Fans Project. You know, when Fans Project was just getting started, they could have sat back, contacted them, licensed it out, made a cut of that for the adult collector, sat back and fucking ate off it.
Exactly.
Wanted to be
instead of fighting the market, instead of fucking fighting the demand and fighting the market and going, oh fuck you, we're gonna shut your retailer down because we don't like these unofficial products. They should have done that. They should have been like, man, we like telling a story and making money, but fuck, Fans Project likes making good toys.
And you know what? To kind of go with that, like I know people go, oh well, you know, like the stuff you see in Toys R Us, that's for kids, you know, like. But every single one of them has the logo on the bottom for the Transformers Collectors Club and all that stuff, which is not something that a kid who's 8 is in because a freaking box set costs $300, you know, like, so like they're well aware that there is an adult market out there.
Yep.
And so, I mean, like, you know, there's other companies, you know, other like franchises that have been successful long before Transformers that like, you know, Hasbro just seems to be completely ignoring.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I bring it up all the time because it's just such an obvious example, but, DC, Marvel, they both have like their own shit when it comes to like, you know, children's toys and so on and so forth, but they license out the Play Arts Kai, they license out the Hot Toys, they license out the Sideshow Collectibles or whoever the fuck to make upper scale shit to sit back, collect a check, and satisfy the adult collectors. Everybody wins.
And you know what? Like, I'm no fan of Mattel and, you know, Matty Collector and stuff, but like, all that crap on Matty Collector, like the Ghostbusters stuff, all that's adult stuff. That's not going to kids, you know? Like, so like, the He-Man or Masters of the Universe Classics line or whatever, like, isn't the only place you can get that is Matty Collector?
Yeah, the He-Man shit, even on the box says it says in black ink for the adult collector.
Yeah, so if Hasbro had, I don't know, Hasbro Collector or something like that, and like, you know, like, you did what they do with the Castle Grayskull. You say, hey, this is it, you know, like, we want to make this. If we get over this threshold, we're going to design it out. Here's some, like, preliminary things we got going on. You know, this is an adult collectible on par with, like, you know, these third-party companies and stuff, you know, like, they could do that, and they'd be successful.
Absolutely.
Well, they're not going to do that because it makes sense, and if it's not their idea, they're not going to execute it. That's basically how like people in the positions at Hasbro that make those decisions work. If it's not their idea, it's absolute shit.
And it's got to be just the fucking Transformers division, because the Star Wars division doesn't play that way.
Yep.
You know, like it's got to be just those motherfuckers. Speaking of motherfuckers, but awesome motherfuckers.
I had something planned, but whatever, fuck it.
Well, we're all fans of Reprolabels here, are we not?
Yep.
I'm going to call personally. Hold on, just real quick. I want to call out Mike Reed because this will be in the Reprolabels chat. This will be in the group.
Well, I was just going to say that this was Greg from Mercy's idea to add a Reprolabels section, and we're going to try to do it every time that they do it. We're going to have a Reprolabels update because we're all fans of it. It's something that benefits the fans greatly, and they're a cool company to do business with, and they actually take good feedback and stuff from the fans, so we try to support them as well.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Greg.
Great customer support too.
Yep. Go ahead, Greg.
No, I was just.
Hello?
All right, so
I thought I lost it. I'm like, hello?
So we got Sandstorm and Skids. And I'm taking
Skids looks really
All
nice.
the fans project headmasters.
Yep.
Really, they made a set for Smart Robin already?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, not. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. 2 of the headmasters in Dead End. I'm sorry.
I'm offended.
You should be.
You should be offended, good sir, because of your damn review. I ended up buying the motherfucker. But I did. I don't regret it because I was gonna get the Toy World, but that just I don't know. He didn't strike me as a hulking brute.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a Sandstorm set. I like the Skid set. It's gonna make my Skids figure. Yeah, it's gonna make my Skids figure go from blah to oh look at that.
Yeah.
They've done good with the generations. The IDW ones, they've done really good.
Yep.
Make them better.
I find the Weird Wolf ones pretty interesting. Like, I'm not really a fan of people who get the paragraphs tattooed all over them and stuff, but it is an interesting way to bring in his very unique brand of speaking into the toy. So, I mean, it's pretty cool, and yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I love it, like, you know, how they tip their hat to these third-party companies, and it's like, and you can tell that, you know, even now, especially maybe not at first, but, you know, they even make, it's like that you can tell that the designers design the slot in for Reprolabels to complete.
You know, it does look that way on a lot of times. Like, it's like, oh, well, you know, we might as well put this here and Reprolabels will hit it later, you know, like.
We would paint that on there, but that can make us liable, so go ahead and just make a sticker and, you know.
Yeah, it's just pretty awesome. It's like this silent relationship.
It's amazing. I mean, what a couple stickers can do for a figure. I mean, I know Hasbro has to be, notice this and say, man, all you gotta do is add on a couple stickers and man, you got a great, you know, look, it's a totally different figure.
Yeah. I painted the shit out of my Orion, and I still may get these Reprolabels for some of this stuff. So, like, I think they did an awesome job on the Toy World Orion. So.
Yeah.
I think that, also, I keep shouting out his fucking channel, but I gotta tell you that, you know, I watch, the only other, like, really big channel on here is Mr. Oscars, and if for anybody that wants to see somebody rip apart a toy, quite aggressively and quickly, he's got some great shit too. But,
hilarious.
Fucking, you know, Justin has a review of Toy World's Orion where he shows some paint jobs that he did to his that enhanced the figure, and you should definitely take a look at that as well. Cause I'm looking at this Orion right now, and even with the stickers, I'm like, man, I kinda dig the one I'm kinda used to seeing now. Greg!
Yeah, he's gone.
We thought we lost you.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
He's gone again?
He's dead.
Okay. He's probably taking a shit.
Apparently Ford has killed him, finally.
Can you
His
fucking hear
concerns...
motherfucker, Forders didn't kill me. I was making a fucking point, and I just wasted fucking like 3 minutes of my life. Sucking fucking Reprolabels dick in their numbs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're all fans, and if you're the type of fan that's not into Reprolabels, like in any way, shape, or form, if you think it's dumb, this is probably not the podcast for you.
Yep, pretty much.
And if you're one of the people who goes, well, I don't like this sticker, well, don't put it on. You know, you don't have to put
exactly.
Yeah, and while you're at it, if you're gonna bitch about Reprolabels, please do me a favor, don't post your shitty ass custom job on the TFW forums. I don't want to see what your idea of fucking Dark of the Moon tracks will look like with globs of red paint on Sideswipe's face. You fucking goon.
Basically, what I was saying to the fucking dead phone, apparently, was I want Aaron on. I want Mike on. I want Justin on. I want those guys on. I want people that are involved with Transformers that do more than fucking sit in their fucking mom's basement and bitch. I want people to come on the show and fucking debate me. Debate fucking anyone. Justin. Debate fucking Bobby. Debate Oscar. Fucking tell us we're wrong. Convince me. Make me want to buy that hollow ass shampoo bottle fucking Bumblebee. And make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
As you do it, Matt is going to back you up, and Antoine's going to be tweeting about it, and the whole world's going to be
Exactly. This show, fuck it. This is our first episode. This is what we're about. This show is about action. Like, I want things to happen. If you honestly fucking think that hollow plastic Bumblebees, in not one, but two sizes, are fucking worth it, then come on here and debate it. Tell me why. Yeah. But don't just sit there and be like, you're fucking, you troll, you're fucking buying, and my son loves it. Well, fuck you and your son. Come on here and fucking tell me why I...
Hey,
No.
Somebody get mad.
I want to say somebody who does that like Reprolabels. I really do. I will debate with them. I don't know anybody that does not like
there
that
are
shit.
people out there, like the people that Justin was talking about, that bitch.
Really?
Why do they make the stickers that I don't want? Well, because
you
they also make the ones that you do want, and those people now have the option to use whatever the fuck they want.
You know what I noticed because of this magical place called the internet? You get that amazing influx of people that sit there and are quick to criticize something that they have absolutely no idea how to do themselves. And it's unfortunate. I'm serious. It goes from fucking comic book artists all the way to writers, to actors, to film directors, whatever the case may be. The worst critics are the ones that have absolutely no ability in any way, shape, or form to perform said tasks. So when I hear someone bitch about Reprolabels, I like to throw them under the bus and go, well, what the fuck have you released lately? And they always come back with the same thing. Oh, this is just my opinion. No, apparently you seem to be pretty fucking hell-bent on getting your point across about how much fucking Reprolabels are fucking shitty, or even how much of a shitty masterpiece figure Acid Storm is, but yet I don't see you producing anything besides a shitty thread on a Facebook group. Thank you. You got a problem with some fucking set of stickers, dude? I hate to see how you're gonna handle the real world.
And that's what...
High five. I gotta say high five.
Can you hear me?
High five.
Yes, I do, Greg.
You hear me? Alright. That's what I want this to be. If you think that fucking we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, and I know I say some fucked up shit, and I know Oscar says some fucked up shit, and Bobby, don't just, if you have a daughter, just shut your windows. But I want you to challenge us. Like, send a listener question. Come on the show. Fuck it. We will work around your schedule. Within reason. Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna fucking record at 3 a.m. so you can talk about fucking your YouTube channel. But just come on, tell us how we're wrong. Tell us. Debate with us. Spar with us. I mean, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I like Transformers because I like Transformers. And if you tell me I'm wrong, you're a fucking piece of shit and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh, here we go. Not nobody wants to go.
No, it's not like that. If you tell me I'm wrong, you're a piece of shit and I'm gonna fuck you up. I just want to reiterate that. That's why I troll your little brother in this Hypercurrent Cafe.
You're not supposed to reiterate.
But yeah, well, whatever. The thing is, I love this, and I love this enough that I will, I'll piss people off. I don't care.
Look,
I'm passionate.
What he's trying to say, exactly. What he's trying to say is that we're passionate.
Yeah,
and if
paraphrase.
When you have a different opinion.
Exactly.
That's when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, then you get the Dark Knight, which is a masterpiece. So, speaking of masterpieces.
Yeah, cut me off.
Takara's masterpiece Wheeljack silhouette, another silhouette talk. And so it's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
basically,
same
in my
thing.
opinion, just means that this project is now officially moving along because they announced it like a fucking year ago, and now we're seeing a silhouette. So it's the ball has started rolling.
I'm getting it.
Of course, I'm going to get it as well.
Me-
But there's really not a whole lot to talk about with it. Now, what I did want to mention real quick, the thing is, it's our first show, and we've done a lot of side tracking, which has been great, but we want to get through it so that we can give you a complete show for our first one. 3A obtains the right to produce Transformer products. I don't know much about the company, but this is an example of Hasbro licensing out, so I do applaud them for taking that first step. My fear is that this is going to be licensing for the movie to make upscale figures for the movie, that you had to have people like the guy we mentioned before that are really into it, of that age and that financial bracket to support that. So if it fails, they might not take those sort of steps in the future. This
is what they're going to be comparing it to in the near future, and that's unfortunate because I've seen their stuff for Real Steel, and they look nice, yeah, but at 230 pop, that's fucking absurd.
Exactly.
Yeah. I guess.
If you want to.
Hold on, Greg.
If there's a $1,000 Optimus Prime, I don't care how good it looks. I don't have any room for that because I've got real life to deal with, and no Optimus is worth $1,000 for me unless I can get outside and drive him to work. Then you could sell me on it. But
not to repeat myself, but if you want to license a company to make a $200 Transformers figure, MMC.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yep.
The people that actually love your product and are trying to cover your footsteps
and are trying to do right by the by the people,
by the brand.
Yep. We could go on and on. I mean, with their if they notice that something is defective, people write back, and then they try to send out a replaced piece, or with their next release, you get the piece that you. A lot of third-party companies don't have that sort of interaction.
Well, TFC did that before.
I know 3A did the Metal Gear stuff, and that looked really awesome. But again, I love Metal Gear, but I do not have the money to put something like that in my house. And for
Hasbro, if you want to throw some money to someone, if you want to promote your brand and you want to throw money to somebody that's going to help with that, don't throw it to someone that just wants to make money. Throw it to someone that wants to make a quality product.
Right.
And I think MMC and these companies have done that.
I think that this company makes a quality product. I just don't think it's going to be what the Transformer fans want.
I think that this is above the regular adult collector. That's
right.
What I'm
this is basically hot toys for Transformers.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the key statement.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But it'd be really nice to have some Figure Arts or Play Arts Kai, first.
Yep.
Give us the
pretty much
stone. Shit. Real quick.
I'd rather have Fortis than have a fucking statue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Any day.
Especially, Transformers. The whole point of it is actually in the name. You don't even have to think that hard. It's self-explanatory the moment you say it. Top 5. We're going to get into a discussion piece of the show, and we're going to try to go through these real quick because Oscar's got some other engagements that he's got to get up early for, and we're going to try to do right by him. So I'm going to start with Justin because I know he's got his list prepared.
Yep, I am all set for this one.
Give me your top 5 and your worst 5 purchases of 2013.
It took me a while to think about this, but in the order, and I'm gonna cheat on this a little bit, I would say number 1, best thing I got was probably Soundwave and all his minions. If you don't include that as a package, he's probably not on the top 5 list. Number 2, Hexatron. Number 3 is Fans Toy Shockwave. Number 4 is all the Headmasters from Fans Project. Too hard to pick one. And then 5 is the Nissan triplets, because you can't really talk about one without nabbing them all.
It's like my list.
Yeah, the worst Transformers, by far, Deluxe, Arachnid. He's a piece of crap. I threw iGear Veer on there because that was one figure I really wanted and was so disappointed by how off he was that I just have no love for it. The Fall of Cybertron Disc Ravage is a big piece of crap. Follow Cybertron Bruticus as a whole and all his limbs and everything. Piece of crap. And all Construct bots. So.
Yeah.
He just said all Construct bots.
All right. Who else has a list ready?
I do.
Greg, let's nip Greg in the bud, because Greg is fired up tonight.
I am. No, well, here's my worst. I'm gonna do my worst first. Hold on, let me get ready. I gotta, square myself here. And this is no particular order. This is just my worst. Hasbro. You ready?
Dang.
Hasbro Deluxe. Hasbro Voyager. Hasbro Legion. iGear Mini Bots. Are you with me here? And, those goddamn Impossible Toys fucking abortions that they revealed. Their last fucking thing. That's it.
Or the cars.
The mini-bots?
The car.
No, the Tester Jets. Fuck that.
Man, I like
They look good in both modes. It's the getting in between them, like you just said. Transformers is important. So getting from shitty mode to shitty mode, that's important.
I'll be honest with you, I have them. I just take the shield shit off, and then I transform it, and then I put the shield shit back on.
Why should you have to do that?
I agree.
You deserve.
You're right. I do. And, your top 5.
Yeah, that's my top 5. I don't want to go in order because I don't want to alienate any particular product, because anything I'm going to mention now I'm going to love. So, of the past year, Quake Wave, we can't argue on that, can we?
Flawless.
That's Quake Wave. Hexatron was a big one. The Fans Projects and the Cons. Springer / Sandstorm. That was a successful fucking mold.
Yep.
And, the fucking Predacons, MMC. Fucking bringing it back up. You got 2 spots on the list.
Alright. Antoine.
Oh, okay, let's see. Top 5. Number 1, Hexatron. Number 2, Fan Project Cars. Number 3, MSC Fortis and Bovis.
Right.
Let's see, number 4 is Hegemon.
Was that this year?
No.
If you got it this year, good enough for me. So.
Fair enough.
That's good enough for me.
And number 5 is Toy World Orion.
Okay.
Nice.
And,
I like
and worst.
5 worst. Oh boy. Number 5, Sonicron, the disappointment. Come on now, you know.
Okay, no, go ahead, you're good. So you were initially excited, and then you got it, and then you're just, okay, I get it. I'm just making sure.
Right. Yeah, number 4 is the iGears Gears. Number 3 would be, Fallen Cybertron Soundwave, because he didn't come with a gun, only that one piece of gun, the cannon.
Okay.
And, let's see. Well, that's really it. And then all the construct bots, pretty much.
Internet high five.
Internet high five. I like it.
Oscar, you ready?
High five.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Top 5 best would have to be the Fans Project Headmasters at number 5. Number 4, MMC Hexatron, even though I broke them not even 5 minutes out of the box. Still a very good, I snapped the sword ring off. After that would have to be again MMC with, Bovis, very awesome figure. I got 2 more. Paladin Chaos, very, wasn't crazy about the PCC figures when they came out, but this is actually a pretty good one. I was really surprised by it. And of course, number 1 would have to be, again, they're not in popular order, but it would have to be the Springer and Sandstorm mold. I have to agree with Greg on that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So, top 5 worst purchases of 2013. Well, it's a Christmas present. Thanks to the girlfriend, she got me Platinum Edition Ultra Magnus. That's at number 5. Of course, there's there's Takara's Blaster from Full of Cybertron line. That's an absolute waste of a figure. Not to mention, my Steeljaw came as an amputee. He was missing his front legs. Go Japan. Another worst figure I bought this year would have to be, cause I bought it this year, not that it came out, right? It doesn't count.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as I bought it this year, it would have to be Transformers Cybertron Crosswise. I don't know why I bought it. It just seemed like a good idea. He looked cool, then he came to my house and he looked retarded. And I find it ironic that our Facebook page, our mascot is now Crosswise with the internet meme across that goes, "Go home, Mach 5, you're drunk." Another would have to be, Beast Wars Skystalker. I was really disappointed with that figure. I love like beast forming figures, I really do, but all the beast forming dragons I've come to dislike greatly. Even Grimwing, they just were a disappointment overall. So
that's a good list. I like
Yeah.
that. Can I add one? Can I pull rank? Cause I'm a founding member. And,
I think we're all starting off on the same, but go ahead. No, it's fine.
No, I'm gonna add more. Can I have a 6th of my best?
Sure.
Say what?
Can I add a 6th of my best?
Sure.
The knockoff, Lambor mold.
Okay.
Actually, I gotta do that too because that's got me so much shit on YouTube. I love it.
We all have a finger in the pot. We need to fucking address this.
I love the fact that I've been called a sellout or not a true fan because I own a knockoff Masterpiece Sideswipe. Yep. I love that.
The Tiger Tracks. Why would I pay fucking $120 for a fake character?
I also love the fact that I gave him a hand job on video and no one called me on it up until now.
I just wanted to address the elephant in the room. I'm sorry, Bobby. Go ahead.
Matt, are you ready?
Yeah. I was gonna say my number 6 honorable mention goes to Toy World Throttlebots because they're all freaking awesome so far.
Yeah, they are.
Awesome. Sorry, Matt.
No, sorry. My top 5 start from 5 best. I'd say the 3 code. 3 Headmasters. Mm-hmm. The 4th one is Soundwave, Masterpiece Soundwave. Number 3, I would have to do, all the cars, Masterpiece cars. Number 2, Hexatron. Mm-hmm. And my one purchase was, Masterpiece Starscream, the Coronation set.
Nice.
Really, he's my favorite character and I just loved it.
And
he's
your
pure badass.
And your
5 worst. 5 worst. Number 5, bot shots, or constructor bots, whatever
nice.
You want to do.
Okay.
Waste of money.
I try to tell you guys he buys everything.
Number 4, I would probably have to put as Metroplex. I like him, but I don't know. I gotta put the stickers on him and see how he does.
He's on my list too, buddy.
Right.
Number 3 would be the Beast Hunters. The animals. Any of those. I was looking forward to them, but kind of sucked for me.
Really.
Number 2 would be number 1. It was a Masterpiece Acid Storm. Piece of shit to me. It was flaky. It was the worst Masterpiece I've ever purchased, and I just didn't like it. I know everybody else did, but I was not happy with it. So that's it.
Just to defend a company I hate more than anything is Hasbro, and just defend their honor. My Acid Storm was actually the best version of that mold I've ever had.
Really?
Like, it is the one mold that did not fall apart and did not. I'm not saying anything.
Oh.
I'm just saying that particular toy.
Number 2, I know what mine was. Grimlock. Follow Cybertron Grimlock. I was really disappointed on that too.
We don't talk about that, Matt. I think I've said that already once before.
Well, we're gonna talk about it again here shortly. My top 5, and I had to add my daughter's purchases in as well to get my 5 worst. Just for one though, my top 5. My number 1 is the Nissans.
Nice.
I love them. I love them together. both, like, as cars. I love them together as robots. It gives me that nostalgia feeling. My number 2 is, Fans Toy Soundwave. I'm sorry, the Takara Soundwave.
Nice.
He's perfect, I think. My number 3 is, Six Shot, the MMC Six Shot, which is the only figure that is on everybody's top 5. My number 4 is, Fans Toys Shockwave. And my number 5 is Weird Wolf, which actually that might be in everybody's top 5 also. And then, my worst, I'm gonna start at the bottom and then work my way up to my absolute worst. But, number 5 was FOC Grimlock. The hollowness of them, like, if you're gonna do Grimlock, it needs to be on the money. That's my opinion when dealing with that character. Number 4 is Blitzwing, and Oscar's already said everything that needs to be said for the most part, with my feelings on him. And I don't even think that he looks right. I think that his legs look stupid, whatever. And my number 3 is, KFC's Box Bomber set. I think it's a lazy fucking set. I think it's fucking lazy. My number 2 is the iGear Swerving Gears. And, my number 1 is Metroplex. And the reason why he is my number 1 is because he was the Hasbro figure that I was most excited about this year. And, he ended up being the biggest disappointment. I think the rest of the stuff we'll try to save till next show. We got plenty more to talk about. We've got plenty more we want to do. We have big plans. I think this show's been pretty fucking awesome personally. Does anybody have anything they want to add?
News-wise or what?
As to conclude.
We're done. All right. Here's a topic. No. We'll throw it out here. We weren't going to talk about it, but we'll throw it out. There's a thing that just happened.
We don't have time for that.
I know. Shut up. There's a thing I want to talk about, and it just so happened, in the groups. And I am disappointed in a lot of people. So, that being said, let's close this out, and we'll deal with it later.
We'll deal with it next time.
Fuck yeah.
And you can edit that out if you want to, I don't care.
No. We'll keep it in. We'll address it. It should be addressed. I think it'll be a good conversation. But we've had a lot of good conversations tonight. And, so, this is the first episode of Shattered Cast, Uncut. And, you've been listening to T2RX6, Oscar New Jersey Boy, Greg from Mercy, Mega 81, Deluxe, and myself, Skullface. And we will be back every week, sometime between Tuesday and Thursday, depending on people's schedules, because we want to try to make sure everybody can get together. So we're going to try to accommodate that the best we can, but our word is, you will have a show by Friday every week.
Word.
Yep.
So, everybody say good night.
Prepare to be shattered.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah.